Hi guys, welcome to another video. Hope you're all keeping well. Now for this video, I'd like to review a movie, a horror movie that I watched just last night on DVD, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's a movie from 1987, and it stars Rod Steiger and Yvonne De Carlo, and it was directed by John Woo, and that movie is called American Gothic. Now, as I say, I thoroughly enjoyed this movie, guys. Fantastic slasher horror thriller. So before I talk any more about it, I'll just read a synopsis at the back, then give you my thoughts on the movie as a whole. Yeah. Okay. So six young friends fly off on a weekend's camping trip when engine trouble forces them down on a remote American island. They explore and find a strange house occupied by an even stranger family. Um, uh, Ma and Pa and their three middle-aged children still live. Wait, you see the middle-aged children in this, still living in the past of 1920s backwoods America. To their relief, the group of friends are given shelter and welcomed with apple pie and Bible reading. This remote idol rapidly becomes the stuff of nightmares as, one by one, the young friends die macabre and horrible deaths. So there you go, guys. That is the synopsis for it. American Gothic. There's the back there, guys. Rod Steiger looking very sinister there as the patriarch of this family of religious zealots who have very, very warped beliefs. Yeah. Okay then, guys. Yeah. So on to my thoughts now on the movie as a whole. Oh yeah, fantastic horror movie. If you like the sort of movies like Psycho, and feature like these strange religious zealots and that on isolated islands, I think you will enjoy American Gothic. Now that cover there is actually based on the famous 1930 American painting by artist Grant Wood. Yeah, so oh yeah, love that cover. Yeah, yeah, fantastic movie. Yeah, so as I say, yeah, this group of friends and that the plane malfunctions. Well, prior to that, we're introduced to the main female protagonist, Cynthia, played brilliantly by Sarah Torgoff, who she just a baby dies like an accident in a bathtub, and it traumatizes her. So she has to be put into a mental institution for a while. So the movie opens with that, and she's been released in that. And the doctor says, like, to her friends, and that she's not quite 100% at the moment, but that, like, they go on the vacation, like it'll do her good, basically. Yeah. So they go on this vacation and that in the plane and that, but the plane malfunctions and it's forced to stop, land on this deserted island and that, and they're stuck there basically. I won't give away too much of this movie, guys. I want you to see it for yourselves and that, to appreciate just how great this movie is and that. And yeah, so that the planes sort of like they're basically up the creek really, and then you stumble across this house in the middle of the woods and that. Nobody in there at the moment, so they go inside and they're quite surprised to see it seems to be frozen in time in the 1920s, because there's all this 1920s ornaments and that 1920s records, and with them being teenagers, what do? They find the records and that, and they start donning the 1920s gear, the hats on and that, throwing the what's the names around their necks and that, the scarves and that, and one of them says something along the lines of Al Jolson, eat your heart out, and they all start dancing and waltzing around, the kitchen and that with the all the 1920s gear on and that, go woo and all that. Oh yeah, good elements of humor, good elements of humor in this as well, guys. But it's all brought to an abrupt halt when the owners, Ma and Pa, played by Rod Steiger and Yvonne De Carlo, caught them in the act, and they give them real stony faced looks. They're just standing there in the doorway. What the hell's going on, basically? Yeah, and particularly Rod Steiger. She's a bit more genial, Yvonne De Carlo, but Rod Steiger, he is one cold SOB. He really is, yeah. And yeah, so they have to stop on that, So basically, they explain to Ma and Pa what's happening about the plane, and Rod Steiger and his wife invite them to stay over for the night until help can come. His friend's supposed to be coming the next day, and Rod Steiger says he'll be able to help you get off the island, but is he lying? Yeah, well, I won't reveal. I won't say too much about the movie. I'll let you watch it for yourself. And the highlights of this movie, as part, of course, from Rod Steiger and Yvonne De Carlo, is the middle-aged daughter called Fanny. Yeah, she's dressed ridiculous, like a 12-year-old girl. She's in her bloody 50s. Oh God, she's one of the most memorable characters I have ever seen in a horror movie. There's no picture on here, guys, of it. Yeah, But oh, hang on a minute. Hang on. Oh, it's a very very tiny one there over there. If you can see it there. Fanny, yeah, it's a bit blurred, guys. Sorry about that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. She has one case and that, and oh, she's bloody well away, you know, and that, and she acts like basically an overgrown Shirley Temple. She's got this squeaky voice, but that squeaky voice soon becomes a very dark tone, a very dark, menacing tone, guys. As the full extent of a war personality is revealed as the movie goes on. Yeah. Oh, fantastic story, American Gothic. Yeah. Oh yeah, really good. Yeah. And he got the humour right. You know, the balance between humour and horror. There's not too much humour in it. But yeah, but as I say just before about the scene where they done all the 1920s stuff and that, and they all start dancing around the house and that, you know, that's quite funny in that. And Fanny, you know, the daughter, the middle-aged woman dressed as a 12-year-old kid, you know, one of the most memorable characters I've ever seen in a horror movie. Yeah, got shades of Psycho, this movie, guys. And as I say, all the movies it's had these religious zealots and that. Excuse me. With warped beliefs, yeah, but it's a fantastic movie, and I enjoyed it that much. You know, I was going to watch it again, but I've sent for the Blu-ray anyway, yeah. So once I get the Blu-ray, I'll put this on eBay. I got this for a song in Liverpool as well, CEX for $2.50 on Saturday, yeah. Oh yeah, great. I really enjoyed this movie, American Gothic. It's fantastic, yeah. A good acting and that, you know, and I love the location, you know, the deserted island and that, and Rod Steiger and Yvonne De Carlo were really on the money as a sinister, Bible bashing, you know, religious couple and that. And oh yeah, they stand no messing and that, because when they invite the friends to stay for the night, they say Rod Steiger says no sharing rooms in this house, and of course he's backed up by his wife. The girls can sleep in one room and the boys sleep separately. Oh yeah, he doesn't want any sort of like you know, indecent sort of like liaisons and that in his house and that. He's completely obsessed by religion, as is his wife and that. And one minute, see what makes these characters work. One minute they can be like just an ordinary elderly couple, but of course Rod Steiger he's quite short, and he's very very cold and that. But they do show from time to time, they do show signs of it like being just an ordinary, inoffensive, like a hospitable elderly couple, but then they turn at the blink of an eye, you know, especially if they think they're sort of like breaching their long-held religious warp beliefs and that, and they don't show they show no mercy, you know, in punishing the teenagers in any way they see fit. Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of the kills in this, guys. I must warn you, they're quite brutal, and the horror is achieved without resorting to cheap jump scares. Yeah. This is what makes movies like this work, when the characters are good. As Stephen King said, if the characters are good, you have got a good winning story. And there's one particular scene in this, guys, involving, shall we say, guaranteed to put you off swings for life. Yeah, but I'll say no more. Yeah, but yeah, oh, it's a fantastic movie, this American Gothic. And it should have got more recognition in that, you know, because as far as I know, not many people, it hasn't really been raved about much. This movie, American Gothic. I've seen a couple of people on YouTube reviewing it and giving it good reviews, but it hasn't been put on the level of, say, movies like Hereditary, you know, and movies like that, you know, The Omen and that. Yeah, it should have got more recognition. Yeah. Oh yeah, I really enjoyed this. Yeah, and as I say, I can't wait for the Blu-ray and that. And as I say, Fanny, she's got these like two brothers, and they're grown-up men as well, and they're acting like little kids as well and that. Yeah. Woody and Teddy, the two men are called, and they're just as batty as Fanny is, you know, because they invite the you know, teenagers to play games with them and that in the woods, which take very very dark turns. Yeah, but I'll leave it there. But yeah, great performances all around and that, and I've got no complaints about this movie at all. Absolutely redolent with menacing atmosphere. Fine performances by particularly Rod Steiger and Yvonne De Carlo. And I like the element. I like the way they brought like the when it started off, the elements of the main protagonist and that, you know, she suffered from like sort of like she was traumatized by the death of her baby in the bathtub. Brought that sort of like to tie in with the sort of like outrageous antics of these two, you know, on the secluded island and that. And yeah, two of the most memorable characters in horror movie history, in my opinion. Yeah, as I say, got strong shades of Psycho, and all very very sinister and that, and one of Rod Steiger's finest roles and that, and of course Yvonne De Carlo. Remember it, I've got fond memories of Yvonne De Carlo, and when she was in the Monsters TV series. Yeah, very very fine actress and a beautiful lady, you know, very very glamorous lady. Yeah, And oh yeah, if you like a good American horror movie set on a remote island that with religious Bible bashing fanatics, I think you will have a good time watching American Gothic. Yeah, go out and get it today, or rent it, or buy it online. You've got to see this movie, guys. I highly recommend it. And I'm going to keep this. Well, I'll send for the Blu-ray, as I say, but I'm going to keep it in my collection because I thoroughly enjoyed it. Yeah. Okay, guys, on to a rating now. No hesitation whatsoever. A full 10 out of 10 for American Gothic. Yeah. Fantastic movie, and it's a real treat, to sit down and watch a horror movie that doesn't resort to jump scares, and and although there were teenagers in it, there was no silliness in that, what there usually is in a lot of these modern horror movies, like where they're effing and blind and that, all the time, and swigging beer, and basically just getting laid, and no stupid mistakes either. No, everybody behaved as if they were trapped on this island and that, with this weird Bible bashing couple. And very fine cast, yeah. I've got no complaints at all about this American Gothic, and it was a nice little gem that I picked up on Saturday in Liverpool. Thoroughly enjoyed it, and as I say, Rod Steiger, oh, he's a right son of a bitch, he is, and this and that. These twisted religious beliefs he shares with his wife and that, and it's got a real good element of strangeness in it with Fanny. And the two brothers and that. It was a movie that gripped me from start to finish. And as I say, so the final rating, guys, as I say, 10 out of 10. Yeah, fantastic movie, yeah. Have you seen American Gothic? What did you think of it? Leave your thoughts down below. I'd be very interested to read what you thought of it, yeah. Oh, definitely, this is definitely staying in my collection. Well, the Blu-ray is, once I get the Blu-ray. I've ordered the Blu-ray right now, so hopefully I should get it within the next couple of days and that. I can't wait to get the Blu-ray and watch it again. Yeah. So there you go, guys. That's my review of American Gothic from 1987. Thoroughly enjoyable horror movie. It got all the sort of like motifs what I enjoy in a horror movie. It's got a good solid cast, and it's got a lovely location, a good creepy atmosphere. Well directed, and you didn't know what was going to happen next. With this sinister couple, this Bible bashing couple, played brilliantly by Rod Steiger and Yvonne De Carlo. You just didn't know what they were going to do next, and indeed that their offspring, particularly Fanny, and she's got a very strange. I must say about Fanny, I won't give it away, but let's just say she's got a very strange. She's got a very strange object in her possession. I'll leave it there. I'll let you see what that very strange object is. Yeah. Okay, guys, that's it. That concludes my review of American Gothic. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you like it, usual, feel free to share, subscribe, comments, and all going well. I will talk to you all again soon. Thanks.